Eye opener. How could attacking our food supply be the answer to climate change? Whether you believe in the negative impacts that humanity has on climate change or not, how could putting farmers out of business be the solution? Instead of dying due to poisoned air or water, we'll all die from starvation. Who came up with this idea? Actually, I know who's behind this. It's always the same culprit in my eyes, but I'll let someone else explain the ways farmers around the world are being attacked and driven out of business by their own governments. I say by your own government because this is happening everywhere. The article below talks about the protests that Canadian farmers staged in solidarity with Dutch farmers who are being legislated out of business under the guise of climate change. It was written in 2020, and things have only gotten worse and spread to countries like Germany, Italy, Ireland, and more. The grounds for the laws putting family farms out of business may differ in the various countries, but the outcome is or will be the same. Farmers will be forced to sell their businesses for pennies on the dollar to rich people or corporations that seek to control our food supply. You can look for stories about farmers in your country being put out of business, but I suggest you read the article linked below as well. To find out other ways you're being screwed by your current leaders, check out the posts on this blog daily. Learn about the biggest and worst issues that America and its people face today. You can also check in to learn about those issues that America and its people will face in the near and distant future. If, however, you would like to learn about possible solutions to either mitigate the worst impacts of these issues or solutions to avoid them altogether, keep listening. The problems we face are not as complicated as so many leaders and news reports claim. They are man-made and are only claimed as complicated so those who are responsible can maintain control. For example, there is a persistent argument that moving government is like turning a cruise ship around. It is supposedly a long process that can only be achieved incrementally. While this may be true for laws and policies that benefit the majority of Americans, it does not seem to be so for that smallest of American minorities. When one examines the policies and laws that benefit that minority known as the elite or the rich, the speed at which those laws are passed is exponentially faster. While most of us sit on the deck chairs, waiting for the Titanic to avoid the myriad of icebergs of which we seem to continually run afoul, the elite ride comfortably in speedboats. If, according to our Constitution, all men are created equal, why do the rich live quite different lives than the rest of us? Where is our speedboat? In 2018, Chris Osman wrote a book highlighting the problems humanity would face if more power, wealth, and control were funneled to a small group of individuals, groups, or organizations. In that book, Mr. Osman provided solutions, from himself and others, to the inevitable problems we would all face. In it, he also provided a means for the public to analyze, compare, and contrast the words and deeds of those we've chosen to follow against our real-world experiences. To this end, Mr. Osman provides the means for readers to disseminate information as provided by their news sources of choice, their elected officials, and any other authority they choose to follow. The book titled Solutions, Enough Complaining, Let's Fix America offers a means to hold leaders up, not just to a higher standard than is currently accepted, but to one that will improve lives. Old MacDonald had a farm, and then some rich guy stole it. Click the link below and get your copy today.